The world watched Princess Léonor's goodbye to Spain before her royal wedding in Denmark. The world held its breath. Cameras flashed, flags waved, and emotions surged through the crowd as Princess Léonor of Spain, beloved heir to the Spanish throne, stood at the gates of the Zarzuela Palace for what could be her final farewell before leaving for Denmark. With grace, poise, and a touch of melancholy in her eyes, the future Queen of Spain bid an emotional goodbye to her homeland ahead of her highly anticipated royal wedding to Prince Christian of Denmark. It wasn't just a farewell, it was history in motion. A moment that stopped Spain. As dawn broke over Madrid, the capital was electric with emotion. Crowds gathered along the royal route, waving the Spanish flag and shouting her name, Viva Léonor, as the princess appeared in a soft, pearl blue ensemble that shimmered under the morning sun. It was elegant, understated, and deeply symbolic. The color blue, long associated with loyalty and peace, reflected both her love for her country and her commitment to her future as Denmark's crown princess. Her farewell speech, delivered in flawless Spanish with heartfelt sincerity, resonated far beyond the palace gates. "Spain will always be my home," she began, her voice steady despite the quiver of emotion underneath. "But as I take this next step, I carry with me the values, the love, and the memories of every Spaniard." The crowd erupted in applause, tears and smiles mingling as they watched their princess transform into a future queen. From cadet to bride, a journey of duty and love. Just months earlier, Léonor had been finishing her training at the General Military Academy in Zaragoza. Her dedication, discipline, and humility earned her the admiration of the public. Many Spaniards had come to see her as a symbol of modern royalty, duty-driven yet approachable, regal yet relatable. But behind the scenes, a fairy tale was quietly unfolding. Léonor and Prince Christian of Denmark, who had first met during a joint European royal summit several years ago, had been maintaining a discreet but strong relationship. What began as friendship between two young heirs soon deepened into something extraordinary, a love that transcended borders and royal traditions. When their engagement was officially announced, Europe rejoiced. It was more than a royal romance, it was a unifying story between two great monarchies. Spain and Denmark, bound by centuries of royal history, were now tied by love itself. A farewell marked by symbolism. Léonor's farewell ceremony wasn't just a royal event, it was a tapestry of history, symbolism, and subtle emotion. Every detail seemed to whisper a story. Her sapphire brooch, once worn by her grandmother Queen Sofia during her own royal engagements, gleamed against her pale blue dress. Her hair, styled in an elegant low chignon, mirrored the classic royal look of Queen Letizia during her early years as consort. Even the bouquet of white roses she carried was said to symbolize eternal love and purity, themes central to both her personal journey and her royal duty. As she waved one last time from the royal balcony, the bells of Madrid's Almudena Cathedral rang out across the city. It was a sound both joyous and bittersweet, the farewell of a princess and the quiet anticipation of a queen in the making. Spain's emotional response. The Spanish people have followed Léonor's life since her birth. They've seen her first official appearance as an infant, her school years, her military training, and now, her step into womanhood and love. The outpouring of emotion across Spain was enormous. On social media, hashtags like #LeonorFarewell, #SpanishRose, and #RoyalLoveStory trended for days. News outlets described the event as the end of one chapter and the glorious beginning of another. Many Spaniards expressed pride mixed with melancholy, knowing that while Léonor would continue to serve Spain, her home, and her heart, would soon be in Denmark. One viewer's viral comment summed up the collective feeling. "She came into our hearts as our little princess. She leaves as a queen of two nations." The Danish connection, a royal love for the ages. In Copenhagen, preparations for the royal wedding have been in full swing. The Danish royal family, particularly Queen Mary and Crown Prince Frederik, are said to have warmly welcomed Léonor into their family circle. Insiders describe a close bond between Léonor and Queen Mary, with the Spanish princess admiring the queen's balance between modern motherhood and royal duty, a model she hopes to emulate. Prince Christian, ever the gentleman, has spoken glowingly of Léonor in private circles. "She's not just the future of Spain," he reportedly said, "she's the future of us all." The couple's relationship, rooted in shared values and mutual respect, is being hailed as the modern embodiment of European unity, a partnership that bridges cultures, languages, and traditions. The road to Denmark. What awaits Léonor? After her farewell, Léonor is expected to spend a few private days with her family before traveling to Denmark, where she'll take up temporary residence at Amalienborg Palace. There, she'll begin an intensive orientation into Danish culture and royal protocols, a step every foreign-born royal consort must undertake. The royal wedding, reportedly set to take place in Copenhagen's Frederiksberg Palace, is already being called the wedding of the decade. Invitations are rumored to have gone out to royals from across Europe, including Princess Charlotte of Wales, Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway, and members of the Swedish and Dutch royal houses. Designers across Europe are speculating about Léonor's wedding gown. Will it be Spanish couture by Felipe Varela, or will she honor her new homeland with a Danish designer? Whatever she chooses, it's certain to become one of the most iconic bridal moments in modern royal history. A love that redefines royalty. What makes Léonor and Christian's story so captivating is its balance of tradition and modernity. Unlike royal couples of the past, their relationship has grown organically, away from the public eye, with both families offering support rather than arrangement. They represent a new generation of royals, young leaders aware of their global influence yet determined to stay grounded. Their union isn't just about crowns and ceremonies, it's about connection, unity, and the blending of two royal cultures in a world that increasingly values authenticity. A farewell that echoes through history. As the royal car carrying Léonor rolled slowly away from the palace, Spanish flags waved like a sea of red and gold under the morning sun. Some cried, others smiled, and many simply stood in awe, knowing they were witnessing a moment that would be remembered for generations. Princess Léonor turned once more toward her people, her hand pressed against her heart, and whispered a final goodbye. Cameras captured that instant, the delicate fusion of duty and emotion that defines true royalty. For Spain, it was the farewell of a beloved princess. For Denmark, it was the arrival of a future queen. And for the world, it was the continuation of a royal love story that proves, some fairy tales don't just begin with, once upon a time. Sometimes, they begin with goodbye.